Hey, I'm Dr. Ranicki with Dr. Ranicki's Creating a Wellness Center in Savannah, Georgia. So I want you to imagine, hypothetically, if we went out to lunch together and we went to this restaurant and we looked over the menu and we both decided to order the exact same thing. We both ordered the seafood salad sandwich. And we sat there, we had a great lunch together, a lot of good conversation, and then we paid the check and we went our separate ways. And then about 2 hours later, I call you and I ask you, hey, how's your stomach been feeling? And you said, fine, no problems. And I said, oh my gosh, man, ever since we left that restaurant, I've had nothing but stomach issues. I puked my brains up a whole bunch of times. Now I can't seem to get out of the bathroom. Like, this thing is really messing me up bad. And you said, no, I haven't had anything at all. I feel fine. Which one of us do you think is the healthy one in that situation? And which one of us do you think is the sick one? So think about that for just a moment. Most people would tend to right away say, well, obviously the person who's throwing up and has got the diarrhea, they've got to be the sick one, and then I must be the healthy one, right? But if you're really kind of astute and you think about things a little better, you might realize that because I said seafood salad sandwich, we're probably talking about something that's been spoiled. We're talking about something that has perhaps sat out too long, and now my body has said, that doesn't belong here, I got to get it out, and I've been throwing it up and trying to get it out that way, and now whatever made it past the stomach and we couldn't throw it up and get rid of it, then I'm flushing it out the other way. On the other hand, your body didn't recognize that anything was wrong with it, or recognized that something was wrong but wasn't able to do anything about it, wasn't able to get rid of the stuff. Remember, the purpose of vomiting is to get rid of something bad for you. The purpose of diarrhea, same thing, to get rid of something bad for you. So neither of these symptoms are pleasant or enjoyable. I dislike them every bit as much as you, but if heaven forbid I eat something that was spoiled and that I really wouldn't want inside of me, getting it up and getting it out is the best thing for me. And I'd rather do that than wind up now having some sort of chronic long-term digestive problem because I upset the balance of what kind of microorganisms are living in my gut and it started to create some sort of chronic bowel issue. So symptoms are not necessarily good or bad. They're just indicators. They're just things that let you know that something is different in your body. But what we've been taught to do so much over the years is to suppress and squash every symptom. That if you feel nausea coming on, immediately, right away, go for some sort of Pepto-Bismol or go for a ginger ale or something like that to try to calm your stomach. But I would make the argument that that's the exact wrong thing to do. That get this stuff up, get it out, don't let it stick around and don't let it cause more problems with you. Obviously, stay well hydrated. Don't get yourself into a dangerous situation by becoming dehydrated from throwing up so much and having diarrhea. But nonetheless, keep giving your body the opportunity and the ability to cleanse itself and purge itself. But trapping that bad stuff inside of you, that is not going to work out well for you in the long term. So getting rid of our symptoms, that's not the solution and the strategy to better health, but instead being able to just simply purge, cleanse when necessary and when appropriate. And don't get me wrong, if you're throwing up day after day, week after week, month after month, and year after year, well, then that's not a good situation. That isn't that your body's just super awesome at cleansing itself. That certainly indicates something completely different. But when you have a symptom, this doesn't necessarily mean that it's something that needs to be shut down and needs to be suppressed. Obviously, your doctor should be able to do a good job of telling you whether this is something that needs to be dealt with or not. But one thing that I see that goes wrong so very often is that the people go in and say, I want something to help me to stop throwing up or having diarrhea. And the doctor will be happy to give you something. Even if it's not necessarily what they think is best for you, they'll still give you something to help you to stop throwing up or help you to stop having diarrhea. Obviously, the best thing would be if they said to you, hey, that's your body doing something that it needs to do. Let's not stop that. Let's let that happen and you'll be done with it shortly. But if in a day or so you're still dealing with this, by all means, I want you back in here. We need to do some more testing. But right now, your body seems to be doing exactly what it's supposed to be doing. So let's start trying to think about, instead of symptom suppression, that we start thinking about helping our bodies to be better at healing and repairing themselves. And so this is one of the main thrusts and main focus of chiropractic, is that instead of saying that you have this symptom, therefore we're going to give you this treatment, we say we're just going to look at the system and see how well your system is communicating with itself, how well your brain is able to get information and messages to the different body parts, whether they be organs or muscles or what have you, And then once that's doing well, then we expect that inborn innate intelligence of your body to make the best decision about what's right and what's best for your body at any given moment. And by listening to that and letting that intelligence express itself and make the body do what's best for it, you really give yourself the best possibility of staying healthy and well in the long term. So thanks for your time and attention on that. If there's anything that we can do to help you, by all means, please let me know. We'd be happy to be of service to you. So again, Dr. Ranicki with Dr. Ranicki's Creating Wellness Center. Thanks for your attention.